legacy. You left a lot of history at your school. Like, honestly, I don't even know if it'll be broken, to be honest with you.
Never really understand what you accomplished in that moment until it's finally over. I'm so worried about what I'm gonna do for college now. To be able to get my jersey retired is nobody ever is gonna wear that jersey again.
That is like,
yeah,
that's the highest, bro.
It's legendary.
That's legendary, literally, bro. That's
it was. I really saw it at my banquet. I was like crying, you know, because it's like,
I was about to ask
you really do, like, you work so hard for it. So many people have worn a number. Like I said, my brother wore that number before me.
This one's crazy, but on the team, would you not let date your daughter and why?
He's gonna be mad I said this, but I would say Jack Murata.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I was.
You gotta explain why.
He's not dating my daughter. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna treat your daughter right.
What the hell was going through your mind on that last play when you threw it to Nazir Matthews?
How I got
Dude,
through.
I remember this. Like,
he was
Cole Garrison's very talented. He even moved. And I just like, I'm throwing this. Like, it's in the air. I believe Nas gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big party this year. Like that.
Yeah.
You gotta
Party.
tweak. You know what I mean? Started with Homedale. That
first day out. No,
yeah, no, literally. Like, we gotta go tweak this game. Like that. No troll. You gotta go crazy this game.
How would Brick Memorial versus Red Bank Catholic go? And honestly, bro,
That'd be a good game.
Bro, I want to see that so badly,
Man,
bro. Obviously, it can't happen, but like,
listen, I wish that game happened.
because why didn't it happen?
See, pretty positive the deadline was right after we played. The sports started the next Monday.
Playing, would that be a high scoring or low scoring game?
I think we would win 35, like 28. Like, I think it'd be a close game, but I think we win personally.
I think I'd back you guys just more off of chemistry because
Yes.
it's like you guys are just boys. Like I feel like some of those guys, like they're
Yeah.
not even like hanging out.
They're
after
really good
games,
athletes.
you know.
I got 100 cars, just for the underdogs. The teller just asked me how I want the cash. I told him 100 large. I want the gold wraps. Print it up
Back to
double
another
R.
episode of Driven by Purpose podcast, where we highlight the stories behind people chasing something bigger than themselves. I'm Zay Visions. I'm here on my co-host PJ's Flicks, and for our guest today for episode 2, we have quarterback of Brick Memorial Football, Jason Lajara. How you doing, my guy? How's
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here.
All right, Beth. So before we get started, just want to say a few things. First off, if you're watching, please subscribe to our YouTube, trying to build it up on there. And then obviously our socials, Instagram, Spotify, Apple, and TikTok. Follow us on there as well. Be in the description. And stay tuned for more announcements because we just started this podcast. There's more things coming. It takes time to grow something like this, so just stay tuned. And yeah, let's pretty much get it going. So the first thing I wanted to ask you, obviously I just asked how you've been recently, but with high school football being over and you moving over your life, like where's kind of like your head been recently with moving on from high school?
I think it's just trying to get ready for that next level, no matter what that'd be, whether it's going to play college ball or, going to a prep school. But I'm just trying to better myself day by day.
Got you. So obviously our podcast name, Driven by Purpose, it's self-explanatory in terms of just wanting to create a positive impact on people. So when you think of the name Driven by Purpose, like what does it mean to you personally?
I think that, everybody has their own purpose that they are driven by. Like everybody has a different story for themselves. You never really know what someone's going through. So everybody has their own purpose whenever, they're playing sports or no matter what that reasoning is. But I think it's just, we're here to talk about everyone's personal life and, there's more meaning to that than you think.
Gotcha.
So obviously, like their senior year, you were a big time captain, but like you obviously weren't starting your entire high school career. How did you like become a captain like as the years went on?
I think that you always have to hold yourself to a standard, and I think a lot of schools preach every senior class holding yourself to a standard. And we had a great senior class in front of us. I had a great mentor in front of me, Connor Dietz. He had a phenomenal, high school career, setting records and stuff like that. And we went 10-0 my sophomore year. So I had people like that to look up to, and I just kind of followed those footsteps, and I knew that we had something great coming.
For sure, yeah.
No, yeah. Honestly, just a side thought. You were talking about Connor. Watching him play, like, what did you kind of take from his playbook that you incorporate into your game? Because he was really, really good when his time.
I would say his running ability. I think that the way that he views the field was like, one of the best I've seen, definitely. The way that he's able to extend a play and a big thing that people don't notice is how strong that he really is. So I started working on my legs more and more, and just trying to extend my game in the running level.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody watching knows how much you're a competitor with football. So, what's something about you as a competitor that people don't understand? Like, they just watch highlights from you and they may think one thing, but it's different when you're actually playing.
I would say how I carry myself. I feel like people try to say, it comes easy to people, or you have this gift, you have that. But I feel like people don't ever notice the work that you truly put in the off season, or just, those hours to yourself that you don't really tell people about. And there's a lot of guys on my team that are like that, a lot of hard workers that, we're just like, hey, let's go do this, let's go do that. And I feel like they don't really realize how much work we truly put into this.
It's true. Yeah,
I feel like I did film a workout for you guys back in the summer. I feel like that really helped you guys out because you guys were such a family when it came to your team. But I know in terms of actual family, when you look at your social media, family is really important to you, obviously. So how did that play a big part in you growing up and you becoming the athlete that you are?
Yeah, so like you said, family is definitely a huge thing for me. My family, my whole entire family is my number one supporters. No matter what it is, no matter what type of accomplishment it is. Last year when we lost in the championship, I had unlimited amount of texts in my family, my grandma, my grandpa, uncles, all that stuff, just telling me how proud they are of me. And it's hard to take that and use as constructive criticism in a way, because you're so upset in the moment on what happened, and it's you don't know how to truly appreciate what they're trying to do for you.
Yeah.
But growing up, I had my brother. He was a great role model for me. He played mostly basketball his whole life, but a lot of times I would look after him. Not a lot of people know. I started wearing number 10 because of him, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he wore it before me, and then I kind of made that change over when I got into high school. So yeah, definitely having him by my side has been huge, and it's just a great person to have by my side in that situation.
Yeah, you just talked about last year how you guys lost in the championship to Millville. So that was actually one of the questions I had, but might as well ask you now. So that loss right there in particular, how did it feel? What did it teach you actually about that loss going into your final year after junior season?
It teaches me that, in a way that there's levels to this, and I don't mean to say that a crazy way. It's just the truth. I think that as a whole, we weren't truly, how do I put this word, prepared for that game. I think we were so comfortable on what we had, and we were just happy to be in that situation. But I think this year, we worked so hard, and we knew what the standard was going to be. We knew that we had this players to get to this position that we were at this year. And it definitely hurt. But like you said, it put a chip on my shoulder because I was going into my senior year, and I didn't want a situation like that to happen again.
Just to follow up on that, did you change anything going into your senior year from junior or senior year? Did you change any way you worked out or anything of that nature or no?
Yeah, I feel a big thing I would say is those last reps. When you're doing sprints at a workout, when you're doing those last reps in a workout, those 8 to 10 reps when you're tired and you stop at 8. It's you want to do those last reps because in that moment you're so ready to stop. But then for us, we did a really hard workout in the summer, 2040 it's called, and my guys know that was crazy for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're waking up at 6 a.m. on a Monday morning, but then when it's done and it's senior year, it's you would love to go do that workout again with your guys.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So for me, I would say it's stuff like that, just doing a little extra things that matter and just trying to be an example for those guys.
Gotcha, man.
Yeah, just to backtrack a little bit. So I'm sure every athlete out there, or I know every athlete out there, grinds every day for the high moments of being successful and hard work paying off. So for you, early on, how was it stepping into the starter role at Brick Memorial and experiencing not just the atmosphere at the games, but also during football season at school with Brick, all that?
It was awesome. I mean, like you said, it was definitely a big role to fill because my first game, it wasn't too good. I had a pick six. I threw a pick six. I'm sorry. I had a fumble into a recovered touchdown.
Oh,
and,
man.
We only won by 3.
Brutal first game.
Yeah, we only won by 3.
Yeah. What game was that against?
It was Allentown.
Allentown, right?
Yeah,
I was about to
week
say
0. I called it a bit too late. The center snapped a bit to the right, but I definitely should have called it. And I dropped it, and I got cracked. Like I got hit really hard in my head, and then he fumbled and brought it all the way back to the house. And we were losing at a point, I'm pretty sure. But it just definitely, it was a hard role to fill because like they had 10-0. Connor's a really big part in our program, and just being able to go out there and compete with my guys, I was blessed.
Yeah. So just following up on that, what did you like learn like from like year 1 and year 2? Did you do anything in specific in watching deets and like taking notes, or like what did you do like when you weren't starting, like to put the work in?
Yeah, I mean, my sophomore year I got a chance to go in the game against Freehold Borough, and it was definitely a great experience for me because it helped me get a little bit of a itch of what the varsity level's like. It was definitely a great first game experience for me because I had like 3 touchdowns for 315 total yards. So it was definitely a great first game to be out there with. But like I said, I think it's his run game. Like it truly was crazy to watch. Like, you know what I mean? Like in person, when the moves that he makes, the runs that he does, it's truly special. And so I just tried to, get as fast as I can and extend those plays.
Yeah, I definitely see a lot of his like running game in your game for sure.
Thank you.
Now, one thing I wanted to ask you was like, because you just talked about your first game, like on a scale of 1 to 10, and just be honest here, like how nervous were you? Like, were you even like prepared? Like, obviously, I'm sure you were definitely prepared, but like as soon as you stepped on the field, like, were you like, oh, it's here? Like, I gotta lock in.
I think physically I was prepared. I put a lot of weight in the off season, put a lot of muscle on, but I think mentally it was just a lot to take in. I feel like I've never fully been in a crowd like that. Like Allentown's a big town, and they bring a lot to their home games. So like for me to go there, first game is an away game. It was a lot to take in, but once I get that first drive down, it's nothing like you're like, all right, this is where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? Gotcha. So I was definitely nervous, but I was excited to be out there.
Yeah, what were like the biggest challenges at any moment throughout any of the seasons that people watching this like may not know at all, that they may think, oh, like you struggled at this game or this moment, but it may not be true? What would you?
I would say, what do you mean by that question?
Like at any moment throughout any of the seasons, what would you say was like the biggest moment where you had to face adversity and like overcome it, or like it was just a tough stretch for you?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Wondering, bro.
I would say injuries.
Really? Really? Yeah, that's a good one.
I would say because everybody knows I had it. Like coming back from mono this year was really hard because being out there after a month of not having like any physical stress on your body, like I couldn't even walk around the house. Yeah. Like I was always on my couch, my bed. It was really, really hard for my body to adjust. Like it took a couple weeks because like I would wake up in the morning, like I had to go to school late. I was so tired I couldn't even wake up in the morning. Yeah. Like your body fatigue is something crazy. Like I had to not only mentally rebuild myself, but physically. And I think physically is the hardest part. Like, like I said, I didn't do anything for a month, and we're playing good competition. We're in A South. So just trying to mentally and physically prepare myself for that was definitely one of the hardest things I had to do.
So obviously I saw you a lot during the senior year, filmed a lot for you and the guys. What point of this season were you just like, this could really be something special and you guys can like win a chip?
I would say either Toms River North or Homedale, because Toms River North was a huge, I'd say, team win. Like it was so special to beat them because their legacy that they've had over the years. 3 times they chanced back to back, and they beat us last year pretty good. So I would say a game like that, because we were down 21-7.
Oh, that was a good ass game.
Yeah,
that was a good game.
And then to have like that game winner with Nas and that catch was awesome. Like it was truly like we were so happy because of the fact that like we worked for that. You know what I mean? We worked to be in those moments. I think it was a 1-minute drill, and we do that like situational stuff so much in practice, like every single day. We repetitively do stuff like that. And Homedale, that was just like, that was a great game. Like truly, I mean, I talk to my coach Mahoney about it all the time. Like if you really want to watch our offense, like that game is textbook offense for us. That is our textbooks spread offense.
You
for
had like
us.
7 touchdowns that game or
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah,
I remember that one pretty well. Yeah,
It was, and I think it was so good because like so many people were like, "Oh, Homero's gonna smoke them," because we lost to Donovan the week before.
Cannon's a beast too.
Yeah,
that's a good battle.
Props to him. He's an animal.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. So you brought up Toms River North, brought up Homedale as well, and I'm sure if everybody's that is watching this, at some point they want to hear about the Toms River North game, but in particular, like the end of the game. What the hell was going through your mind on that last play when you threw it to Nazir Matthews? And like, I mean, yeah, that's my first question. I have another question after that, but what, like, just explain that whole entire play and after the whole everything.
Yeah, I mean, so we called a timeout before that because earlier, or like I think a play or two before the drive, that play earlier in the drive, we had a bad snap. And it literally dropped like a foot behind him, and I picked it up, and I ran.
PJ was there.
I got through.
I remember this like it was
He was there. He was there.
Remember it, bro. This is
My
crazy.
fault. I stole your question.
Breakout game of the senior year.
Yeah, so that was crazy because like I just saw it in front of me, and I was cramping literally the drive before.
Yeah, that was a rough.
And I
like,
told my
first half
coach,
for you guys, for sure. Yeah.
I told my coaches that I couldn't run. So he's like, "How the hell did you do that?" And I was like, I couldn't tell you. Like I just picked it up and I just ran. And then I remember getting out of bounds, and we had one more play left, or 2 more plays. So what we're supposed to do, because they have a very talented, like Cole Garrison's very talented.
Yeah.
He was at safety in the back, and we motioned Nas the whole game just to move their safeties around. Mm-hmm. So we did an empty with Nas, and we wanted Nas to have a solo route. So we jet motioned Nas across. I called hike. Garrison took like maybe 2 steps. He barely even moved. And I was like, I'm throwing this. Like, I saw he had a foot on him. I kind of underthrew it, honestly. But, like, if it's in the air, I believe Nas is going to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
So
I saw too many of those this year, bro.
Nasty,
Crazy.
bro.
So, I mean, I knew I was throwing it to him. I have a lot of trust in him. Like, the catches he makes in practice are ridiculous. So, I knew he was going to come down with it.
Just to follow up on that, I was actually curious about, like, your playbook. Do a lot of plays involve Nas going deep, or does that kind of just like happen as you're running out of the pocket and he just like goes deep? Like,
yeah.
Like how
So
do the plays look? Like do a lot of them involve the deep balls or no?
I think it's both. Like I think the players, whenever we have scramble drill, I would say Southern. Southern was the best scramble drill or roll out game for us. We had a lot of plays that like should have been dead plays, and the wide receivers did a great job of like getting open and making great catches. Like Rick had a really good touchdown catch in that game, but I think it really is both because a lot of our plays are also audibles or like pre-snap reads. So like a lot of times I'll look at Nas and he's one-on-one and it's like, yo, I'm running go ball. Like that's not that hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it is both, but like a lot of times as soon as we see a one-on-one, it's going up. That's really it. That's the truth.
And also like whenever there's a deep ball, is that like the coach's idea or is that kind of you two in the huddle being like this kid can't guard me, like throw it up to me type deal?
So Nas gets very like aggressive when he wants the ball.
Yeah.
He'll make it known. He'll be like, yo, give me the damn ball, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Or he'll go to the sides like, yo, give me the ball. Like this kid can't guard me. Like you said, it'll be literally like this kid cannot guard me.
Yeah.
So like sometimes we'll be in the huddle and the Mahomes be like, all right, just give Nas a go ball. Let's run rain and give him a go ball. But other times, like against Homedale, it was supposed to be a run. Mm-hmm. And I remember Coach Curry in the interview after the game was like, I had no clue he was going to throw that, but obviously I'm happy he did. And it was supposed to just be a give to Nas on the inside zone. And I saw Nas and I went like this, because this is our fade route. It's like a face mask, like you're going to catch on your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I signaled right away and I knew I was throwing it because of the fact that, like, if you're going to leave someone one-on-one with him in fourth quarter, like something like that, like, you gotta pay for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just real quick about the Toms River North game. Like after the game, what were the reactions like from everybody that you knew? Like, what did they tell you, especially when you saw it when PJ got it on film? Like, what was your just whole thought process?
I mean, it was really like, I watched that video a lot of times, man. Like,
were you in shock or like?
Of course.
You weren't like, oh,
because from my angle, it's like he levitated over 2 guys. Like,
bro, that
angle he had was so sick
that was
because
a ridiculous catch,
you can see him going like over their body and then he lands on them.
Bro.
But like for me, it's just like, it's like he like jumps, like they go in a distance. He goes up, but also carries. Like it's like he lands on their body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
Flying,
a
bro.
crazy catch. But like even in school on like social media, like I remember like NJ Athletics commented like Moss. Like
Yeah.
NJ Athletics do not be commenting on our stuff. I feel like they're like really big with the private schools and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And when
they are.
PJ posted, he was like, "Yo, this is better numbers." And I was like, "You damn
Yeah.
right it is." But that was like crazy. It was crazy.
You know what the real shame was from that game was that there wasn't even a Brick Memorial student section at that
Yeah.
game, so no kids were even there to witness that play happen, bro.
It was a lot of like
Dude.
underclassmen and stuff like that. But I don't. Their student section was crazy. I can't lie. They have a really good student
Yeah,
section.
yeah,
Like
that game was
have a
electric
big
for
field.
sure.
I remember
Yeah.
I went to the sideline literally on the scoop and the fumble, and like I had to like jump over some, and I've never heard so much heckling in 5 seconds of my life. It was cool though. It's like I feel like that's what makes the game fun. Like when you're able to like go against a crowd like that, and like you're able to have crowd silencers.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're sitting there cheering like get him, and then he catches that. Like you're not expecting him to catch that. Like they got silenced so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing after, just in terms of game day in general, like what is your mindset and routine like before games? Because I know there's some athletes out there, and I've heard this before about like how instead of them being calm, they'll just let the adrenaline kind of take over, which is like I can see both sides. But are you like more superstitious with it? You just kind of letting the day come in?
I think it's so like my routine is I go home, I eat something with like more carbs because I cramp a lot. Like I cramp. If you were to see the games like Palms Over North,
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Southern, like all those games I'm cramping and it's so annoying. So I learned I had to like I would go home. So I'd go home, and then I'd have like chicken and rice or something with good carbs in it, and just like clean meat protein.
Gotcha.
And then I would always take my nap. I'd take like an hour nap if I could, 45 minutes. And then I wake up, I get all my stuff ready. I'll eat like a banana or two. And then I leave to the school. And then I get to school, like, that's when I really, like, I try to get in like a flow state of just calmness.
Yeah.
Like, that's like my calmness. When I'm on the bus, I'm just trying to like put my mind in the right, I'm trying to get in the right state of mind to like control myself. Because I know during a game, it's going to be a lot of that adrenaline. And it's not like I'm trying to save it. It's just like you want to like control it. You know what I mean? But I say the biggest thing for me before games is praying. That's a really big thing for me because
yes.
I mean, I do that in the locker room. I do that once
Got
in the
to.
field because that's just what I always do. So that's a really big thing for me. But I think I always try to have the same exact routine. But as soon as I'm done with the praying, it's like now I'm in that mode. You know what I mean? Now I gotta act like a menace in a way. That's our thing was tweak party this year. Like that,
Yeah.
you gotta
Tweak party.
tweak. You know what I mean? And I think that started with Homedale. That was our. It's a tweak party you could
That
not
was
get
like-
in. That was like
Yeah, for
you know what I
sure.
mean?
First day out. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
no, literally. Like we were in the
First day
locker
out.
room, like me and Sean was like, "Yo, we gotta go tweak this game. Like that, no troll. You gotta go crazy this game." And then that's literally just how it started.
I just wanted to add on that. So I will ask you the faith question later, but this is just a question that I had is because when I went to Frio Township, I don't know if you know, but I actually played football my freshman through junior year.
That's dope.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing, but that's why I'm doing this now. But I will say because like every single Brick Memorial game, why is it that like both teams have to take the bus down to the field?
I don't know. I mean, that's a
'Cause,
a
like,
good
what
question.
they
so for
supposedly-
us, we like. Are you talking about halftime or just in general?
No, like in general, because I don't know if this is true or not, but like supposedly for Frio Township when they played Brick Memorial my sophomore year, or actually your sophomore year as well, they were like, oh, so it's like quote unquote like dangerous. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know. I mean, I know that. See, we have our walk. It's just called like a walk down, like a death march that we do. But that's before the game. But we always
Oh, so
walk.
you guys don't take the bus before the game?
No.
Oh, really?
That's a
Oh.
really, really
That
big
must have
tradition
been a
for us.
false thing. My bad.
That's at halftime. Maybe you're thinking about halftime. I know that we do that because that's like a time saver.
so
and,
the
you know.
away team
Yeah.
walks too before the game, or they take the
Um,
bus?
I'm pretty sure they walk. Yeah.
I
I'm
don't know.
not too sure. So I know this.
must have
so,
heard
So
wrong.
for us, before every game, we do waves. It's like skill guys and special teams, and then it's like the lineman at the end. We do 3 waves, but we always walk down. And then sometimes schools they'll drive down for the pregame. So pregame ritual. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then before the game, we always walk down. It's a huge tradition for us. The death march, we get the band there, and then we have our student
seen
section
that.
behind us. It's super dope. Like
That's sick,
That
okay.
that gets you in like it's time to go state of mind, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
For them, I'm not too sure, but no, we've never taken the bus down for a game. Only at halftime we do. I know that.
Got you.
So obviously, we always talk about this, but it's like there's a lot of quarterbacks that have a lot of different skills. What skill do you think you have that separates yourself from like every other short quarterback?
It's good. I don't know. First of all, there's a lot of great talent in the short. Truly, like there's so many guys that I feel like it's like you're saying. There's so many different type of
everyone's got their own skill.
They have their own like their little like
totally.
you know what I mean.
I will say I think you're like unique in your own way though, because I don't know, just from you balling out this season, I feel like you definitely have some things that nobody in the short quarterback like really has. I don't know what it is, but I feel like.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's extending the play for me.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say I feel like it's running
with your
for you.
legs and all that.
I think it's being able to extend the play in certain situations because, like, there's not many quarterbacks in the short. Like, I mean, obviously there's some like you can even like Jack, but like I feel like there's not many like dual threat athlete quarterbacks in the short like that. But I would say like extending plays, just like having that running ability is great because coach always talks about like having the guy to block or having the odd man out. So like when you get really nervous about, you know, Nas Matthews in the outside and Sean Fowler and Ricky, it's like you start spreading out your defense, and then teams like, all right, all we have to do is worry about running back as man on man. But then when you have the quarterback in there, then you have another blocker and that's the running back. So it's like being able to use my feet is great because like we can make those little plays into something big because you have that one extra blocker.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of teams aren't used to that. Like you can't just do that with another random kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because
no doubt.
they're not mobile enough.
Do you think your coaches did a good job of like utilizing your talents when you first started like junior year? Like, do you think they made good plays for you to be able to roll out and be able to throw?
Yeah, I think it took some. I mean, Mahoney's. Shout out to him. He's genuine. He's a great quarterback. I mean, quarterback coach, offensive coordinator. Like his IQ of the game is really good. Like we put so much like time into it, and like he has so much trust in me. Mm-hmm. We always added so much pre-snap reason because like he'll always say like you're on the field, I'm not. You know what I mean? Like I can tell you so much of what to do, but you have to go out there and actually do it. And I think that it took a game or two for him to do that a little bit. Like Allentown was a little bit iffy, but I think that he did a great job with all of us. Like I think
for sure.
He knows when to do the right QB runs, like I said, and he knows when to utilize those players. Like brick versus brick, my junior year, I didn't have a passing touchdown. I had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Really? That's wild.
Yeah. And like I said, I didn't even know I was going to be a running quarterback. Like I was not expecting to run this much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So real quick, before I ask my next one, I just wanted to ask about Trey real quick because like I just realized you guys were just talking about the playbook. How do you utilize Trey? Like, because some plays you'll probably have him block, some plays you'll have him running tight end. Well, maybe have him go out wide or run the ball, or whatever. So like, how do you utilize him, and how much does that help you? Besides Nazir and all of them, like how much does that help you? Give you that I'd say that calmness. I guess.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Trey's an animal. Like. People like he's another kid that he truly puts the work in, man. Like
we
so
know.
much. His work ethic is really, really good. Like if he wants them, he's gonna try his hardest, give 110%. Like he's one of those players, like I said, like he's gonna go for that 8, 9, 10 reps. You know what I mean?
For sure, he's a beast.
But it's great having him out there. Props to Joe Livio because Trey was hurt this year for a long period of time, and Joe stepped up and made a really good. He filled in the shoes really well at tight end.
Yeah.
His blocking ability wasn't too crazy, but like having Trey up there, it's like you said, it's definitely really comfortable because he can do so much. Like sometimes he's as big as those linemen out there. You know, Trey was like 230 this season, so
massive,
and he's
huge,
really
bro.
strong. You know what I mean?
Not gonna lie.
But every time we put him at running back and we run QB power, it's like a guaranteed first down or touchdown. You know what I mean? Because it's like a meat missile running in front of you. But he did really good. Like if I'm like doing a drop back, I know I'm comfortable wherever he's at, which is really good to know.
Regarding Trey too, was that always the plan? Like if you were to get hurt, would he go in as backup quarterback at the beginning of this year, or did that kind of just he kind of just like let me be quarterback?
I think yeah. I think that it was like Trey's the backup. I mean, we have other backups, but Trey knows the playbook because he's also been playing since freshman year. Sorry.
Yeah.
And he played a little bit of quarterback at AYF, but then like. He knew he wasn't going to because of Connor and all that stuff. But I mean, he's an athlete. You know what I mean? He plays multiple sports.
Was that the coach's idea, or did he like?
I think it was both. Like
Okay.
I think it was one like they knew, like I said, they knew he played quarterback in AYF, and they know what he's capable of.
Yeah.
And he didn't throw too much. It was mostly like literally like the RPO or just QB run. Like he's gonna finish forward every single time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. So, real quick, I just wanted to say, because this season, actually, before the first game of the year, you guys had a scrimmage against Marlboro. So, my whole thing was like, because I was just flicking up scrimmages. I don't even know why, but I was like, oh, bet, like, I want to flick up, Jason. I know that might sound glazing, but so I'm there and I'm looking for Jason. I'm like, where the hell is he? I'm looking at everybody warming up. I'm like, what the hell? He's not here.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, man, I got to ask one of the players. So I go, like, where's Jason? And he's like, oh, like, he's hurt. Like, he's out. I'm like, damn, like, what happened? He's like, he's sick or whatever. So I was like, I thought you were going to play week 1. And then when I found out you were out, I was like, oh, damn. But I did go to the Wall game, the first game where you guys dominated. So I can't even imagine if you were playing how much, like.
I wish I played that game
bro,
so bad.
You guys killed them,
Those
bro.
Wall fans are wild, man.
Yeah.
Those Wall
I
fans are
remember,
wild.
like, they did that ice bath thing at, like, Alliance or something like that.
Alliance,
Yeah.
and
And they were like, "Look, more, you can't do this." And I'm like, we coach you guys without me, bro. You know what I mean?
But so I know this is probably big for you, maybe not because you guys have beat this team so many times, but Brick Township, about that rivalry, like how big of a game is that? Like not just to you, but actually to the town because everybody pops out. Like I'm sure, well, I don't know, maybe there isn't a lot of trash talk, but maybe there is. And you guys have won or beat them for multiple years now. So I think for me, it's like similar to kind of like Freehold Township versus Borough. Like Township always wins every year. So just talk about the rivalry versus Brick Township.
I think last year it was a very scary game for me. My junior year, I'm thinking because, senior year and junior year. But I think that was a really scary game because that was their first game as like a whole different team. And the same thing for us. Like they lost like Jake Toy, which is a really big player for them. He was really good in high school. And they lost a couple of those core guys. But that was only my second varsity game, and that was their first game of the season. And the year before, it was literally a neck and neck. That's when we had the miracle in the mud. Like, they should have beat us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my eyes, it's like, oh, this is going to be a close game. Like, my first crosstown rival. And once we did that, like, I knew next year, like, this year we're going to beat them. Like, you know what I mean? I knew that there was, like, we got above that level already because.
You guys killed them this year.
Yeah.
Man.
I would have played the first half.
Wait, hold on.
Close.
So, wait, last year you guys lost?
No.
Almost.
My sophomore year, we almost lost.
Oh, okay.
And
I was about to say.
like I'm saying, that was really like I think
wake up call.
yes, exactly.
Oh,
Like I
okay.
think in an athletic way, we were way above them. But like you don't know, like I think that was close because of the rain. It was a rain game, and it was like literally it's called Miracle in the Mud. Like you just don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So, but this year, like I knew we were gonna beat them. Like you know what I mean? There's levels, but
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's definitely still like a rivalry. Of course it is. You can't ever say it's not because of the stakes that it's been at for so long. I don't think it's as heated as it used to be. Like I feel like we're
Yeah.
friends with those people over there. Like
That's true.
our sports are starting to combine. You know what I mean? Like you're starting to have like a
yeah,
hockey
I feel like
together.
it's like that for a lot of schools now, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
You guys
the
think-
Toms River schools for sure.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think it's just like it's more like a bragging rights. Like you see in public, yo, that we beat you guys last year. Don't forget that. But you're not like it's not like fully talking smack. When you're on the field, of course it is. But after the game, it's like, yo, like
I saw love.
good game. Yeah, of course.
You think you guys ever will become one school like Jackson or not?
I think honestly, like I could see it happening in the
I feel like I
future
could see it too. I ain't gonna lie.
because
I don't know.
I mean,
why.
last year compared to this year, we were actually short. Like we didn't have a lot of guys here in football. We're like maybe like 40-something kids.
I remember I came to a tryout or like a practice pretty early on in the season.
Yes.
There were not a lot of kids
No,
there.
not
man.
at all. Like
there
but
were not a lot of kids.
That's what the thing is, and like we had like guys transfer out. We had guys not come back, and it literally is just like you're just betting on ourselves. Like your whole team is the guy you have next to you, and I think for us that was like a really big thing. Just that mindset of like nobody's gonna come here to save you. Like this is what you have. Like you got to go to work with them, but I think it's either gonna get shorter and shorter throughout the years, like players wise, and you're gonna have to eventually combine. But I feel like it's like you're saying, like I don't know if like the town's gonna be okay with that, like because there's like the old heads that like they just don't like people from Memorial, you know what I mean? And like,
Bro, what?
in our age, it's like we don't care.
That's
like,
crazy,
Listen,
bro.
like you go to that school, all right. Like if I see at a party or like if I see in public, we're not gonna fight. You know what I mean? It's never like that. But I mean, I think eventually, I think we should honestly because. If we would have done it over the years, like you got like really good guys from both towns. Like imagine combining that.
That would be a real stack team for sure.
Our AYFs are already combined. My
Okay,
8th grade
yeah.
year was our first year. It's literally just Brick United.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they should. I really think they should. Like I said, we have other sports like gymnastics and hockey that are both doing it. So
Yeah.
I think we should end up doing it.
So obviously, like, your senior year was ridiculous. You guys went on a crazy win streak, went through states, and you kind of like ran through every team you played. What do you think changed from junior year to senior year, just around, not just with you, but the entire team? Like, did anything change going into the senior year, final year?
Yeah, I think it's, like I said before, it's almost like a repetitive answer, and I'm not even trying to make it like that, but I think it's like, this is your last chance, like truly. Like,
Yeah.
we've been together for so long, like, it's so cool because those core guys, besides Trey, like, we all played in the freshman team together, and we realized what we were able to do as juniors, and we had a whole all season to mature our bodies, get bigger, faster, stronger, and all that. Like, what's that word? Like, excel, like, you know, and master your craft. You know what I mean? And we put so much work in the off season. Like, we have a group chat where we go to the field like 2-3 times a week even.
No doubt. Yeah.
And I think just building that chemistry as a whole, like, a lot of times during football, you'll never catch us alone. Like, even if you're out to eat, like, you're always with somebody. And I think that bond, like, makes it so much better when you're on the field because it's like a legit family. You know what I mean? I feel like we were closer this year than last year.
You think you're closer compared to other teams, like in their receiver core and all that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, that's my opinion. But I've been throwing, like, Nas Whitaker's a running back, but I've been throwing with him his whole life as he's a wide receiver.
Yeah.
And I met Nas in 8th grade, and we never even had, like, a real argument. We literally, it's always like, yo, like, I need you here. Can you come with me this weekend and go do this? Like,
Yeah.
we've always been so close with each other. And I knew Sean since he's a little kid, like, both of us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Rocco, he started playing, like, this year, last year. And I'm really happy that he was able to play. I've been playing with him since he was really young, too.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a great job on defense this year. He contributed a little bit to offense, and then he ended up getting hurt in our second round in the playoffs.
No.
But, like I said, I've known all of them, you know what I mean? So I think
Yeah.
that, like I said, we're like a family and like a really tight brotherhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you could definitely see it out on the field, man.
This is off topic. Another thought I had, but so obviously you guys won a lot of games this year, and I'm not sure because I know for other schools it's different. But after Friday nights when you guys win, like, you ever be hitting up the after functions?
I mean, yes.
Too
Like, I
cool,
mean, I
too
feel
cool
like,
for the show. No, I'm playing. I'm
nah.
playing. I'm playing.
Honestly, this year, like, not too much, honestly. I think it was like,
Locked in.
yeah, I mean, like, my parents were really strict because of the whole situation and me getting sick.
That's respectable. Yeah.
And yeah, like,
That's very fair.
it's like, it's literally like you say, like, you don't realize how, like, appreciative you are in that moment because in my mind, when I first came back with Point Borough and I want to go outside so bad. I'm like I know I'm friends with a bunch of people from Point Borough, so, like, you know, like, I want to go hang out with them, I want to go with my guys, and
Yeah.
it's like, they're not letting me go outside. Like, it's like, oh, they're being
Yeah.
boring, boo-hoo, but really, it was like, I can see why they said that to me. Like, I can understand their perspective because they care about, you know, stuff like that. And they just wanted me to recover. And I actually enjoyed it because, like, I was watching film the same night. You know what I mean? So, like, I was literally able to just, like, realize my mistakes quicker than normal, I feel like. But towards, like, the end of the season, I started going out more because I realized it is my senior year and I want to enjoy myself. And the games got bigger and bigger, so, you know, the celebration had to, too. So.
Yeah, no doubt.
How did it feel having home field for the sectional title game against Mid-North? And if I'm not mistaken, I think the year prior you guys beat them as well. I don't know if it was in the playoffs or whatnot, but you beat them again. And so getting that winning experience, how did that feel? And then especially being at home, all the people there, all the people watching, like, getting to get that ring, and then after the game experience it with the crowd and all that.
Yeah, it was dope. Truly, it was a really awesome experience. Like, we haven't won a sectionals since I couldn't even tell you. It might have been 08.
Damn.
Yeah, we went to the sectionals because that was before they had the state championship. Like, the sectionals was your state championship.
Okay, yeah.
And then they changed it, but we haven't went to something like that since last year, then 16. And I feel like we kind of knew that we had them this year. Like, we knew what our skill level was compared to them. And, like, you know, just going out there and, like, in your heart, like, you have a great confidence level. And, like, our whole mindset was, like, this is it. Because, like, you know, this is our last home game ever. Like, you got to put it all out on this field one last time. Like, let's make it a good one. You know what I mean? And we had a lot of people there. Like, we had people covering the whole inside and outside of the fence. it was so dope because I would get like texts from like players that were from like 20 years ago, and that's like so cool to me because it's like you would never think that they would know you. You know what I mean? Like even like the good players, like I beat one of the records for the quarterback, and like he ended up texting me, which is so dope to me because it's like he was once in my shoes, and like he knows what it's like to be in that position as a quarterback and like play in that type of high level. You know what I mean? But it was a great experience to be out there.
So obviously after the Mid-North game, you guys ended up playing Winslow. Of course, ended up losing. What was going through your head? And kind of like, if you don't mind sharing, like, what do you think went wrong in that game?
Yeah, I think they're a phenomenal team. I think we kind of doubted ourselves a little bit in the first half. I think we were kind of nervous.
It was like a low scoring
Intimidated
game.
a little bit.
Mistaken, right?
Yeah. What's up?
Nah, I was gonna say intimidated, but my bad.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, that's a great word for it, honestly, because you're watching film on them. They played IMG and Bergen, like they're at that high level of what they played at, and they won champions before that. But we realized like we're here for a reason. You know what I mean? Like we led up 14. Like the defense played phenomenal.
It was a close score was close.
Yeah, it was 14-12, and I'd say one of my
rare low scoring game from you guys.
Yeah, one of my biggest like it will always like not like I guess like haunt me was it was like third or second down, and we were about like the 5 or 7, I believe, and I was rolling out to go throw the ball, and I saw my tight end in the back, but like I had to roll out, and then I ended up getting sacked, and then we missed a field goal. But like in my mind, I was like, what if I would have just thrown it out? But then we missed that field goal, and it was a penalty, and then we got moved up 5. So it was kind of like we were in the same spot, like either way. But in my mind, I just wish I could have extended the play longer or just made that decision earlier. But I think like it was literally a great game. I think the only thing that kind of went wrong was decision making early on by like myself, I would say. And I feel like I wish we were just more aggressive in the pass game. But I really didn't have too much time. Like if you watch the game, like those guys are in my face quick. So
Yeah, it's a phenomenal
the
team,
coaches definitely did a great job just dribbling the ball as fast as we can. I just wish that we passed a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Gotcha, yeah. That game was on like a Saturday afternoon too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was a weird time.
That's
it really
kind of just
was.
like a random question I got. Like I wasn't an athlete. Were you a fan of Saturday games?
No.
Or so
No.
do you think
Yeah,
that played a
Fridays
part in
are
it at
better,
all? Or
bro.
like
I mean,
like getting up early's gotta stink, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
especially since it was away.
I think the game was at like 1 or 2. But you know what's so crazy is the fact that like this is what I'm talking about, like Brotherhood, because yeah, we cried for so long. Like I cried for so much after the game. And once we got home, like the first thing we asked, like, yo, y'all want to go out tonight? And it's not even like we didn't go out with people and have a party. Like we literally just went out with like a core group of guys. Like we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and like I feel like it just showed. It was like, wow, like this is like so special because it's supposed to be a sad time. And like we came together and like we were there for each other, and we ended up going like bowling that night. Like we laughed about it because we were so excited about what we accomplished as a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for you, 4,600 yards, 50 TDs throughout your career, and you said breaking all those records as you did, and just leaving, I would say, a legacy. You left a lot of history at your school. Like, I don't even know if it'll be broken, to be honest with you, but leaving that mark there, like, forever, what does that mean to you and just everything that you've built, like, up until this moment?
So that's, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't honestly understand. I'm honestly, from any aspect, I feel like you never really understand what you have accomplished in that moment until it's finally over. Because you're always worried about what's next. Like I'm so worried about what I'm gonna do for college now. And I told my parents, like, I feel like it's so hard to enjoy that moment because it's like, I want to do better in this aspect. Or you think about the things you could have done better or like what went wrong. But I'm so proud of like what I accomplished as myself. And it was so cool because I saw a quote and it was like, the things that you've done now is what you've been dreaming of for like so many years. And like when I was younger, when I first started playing tackle, or like even when I was a freshman, it's like, I want to do what Connor's doing. And like to be able to get my jersey retired is such a big milestone, like for myself and in my heart and my mind, because it's like nobody ever is gonna wear that jersey again.
That is like, that's the highest, bro.
It's legendary, bro.
That's legend, literally, bro. That's
it was
crazy,
so dope.
bro.
Like once I really saw it at my banquet, I was like crying, you know, because it's like
I was about to ask
you really
you.
do, like you work so hard for it, and like so many people have worn a number. Like I said, my brother wore that number before me. So like, it also meant something because it's like we wore that and now it's done. But it really, it's like nothing is possible without the guys around me. Like, obviously I make big plays, but the coaches put me in the right position. Nothing is possible with my linemen. Like those big throws, like I'm just so grateful for the guys I have around me. So
bouncing off that, you and Isaiah Matthews, like probably the best duo in the short, probably like Jack Cannon.
The best duo. No.
Jack Cannon, like he threw a lot of touchdowns, but he didn't have like a main guy he went to.
Yeah.
How did you guys like build that relationship? Like, had you guys been playing your entire lives together, or like did that kind of just come out of nowhere, like junior year?
I actually commented on it, and you can fact check it. I commented under Nas's post when he was Jersey got retired, and I said it was a random day in 8th grade.
I remember that.
We were at Colorado Park. It's a park by my school, and he was at, I believe, College Achieve, and we were just talking, and he was like, "Nah, like I'm gonna be your wide receiver," and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna be your quarterback." We were just like joking around, but like we knew what each other played. And
so was he not even from Brick?
No, he is, but he went to College Achieve because he was playing in Neptune and stuff like that.
Okay, got you.
So it was like we spoke it into existence, and
that's phenomenal.
Like we were literally. I remember in that spring we were like throw with each other sometimes, and then freshman year came and it was like, yo, we're playing together. Let's do. We went 9-0 and we're like, he was my main guy there. And then we went into sophomore year, and we were just like, it just transitioned over time. Like, it's like we watched each other mature as athletes and grow as people, which is super dope because it's so, like, great to have him on the field. Like, it's Mr. Reliable, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm doing a drop back, I'm comfortable because I know I'm confident that he's going to go up and get the ball. But, yeah, it is crazy. Like, he told me in 8th grade he's going to be my main wideout. And then I remember it, like, it was yesterday. Sick. And then it's like, when it's finally over, it's like, that went by so quick. And it's crazy because, like, I mean, you never know if we could play together in the future, but it's like, we'll never play together. Right now, we'll never play together again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Memories come to an end, man. So, real quick, you played for Team USA. You posted on your Instagram, all that. So, just representing the United States of America and playing with them, getting that opportunity. Like, how was just doing that with people I guess you didn't really know of? Maybe you did. You met them, developed a friendship with them, and then the experience that you learned from it. Because I feel like even though it's flag or whatever, you still learned a lot from it. So. Yeah,
of course. Those guys it's so awesome playing with them. Like, you really do. You build like a brotherhood and friendship. Like, I talk to those guys all the time, even now. It's so cool because I started off when I was the only kid from Jersey that went when I was a freshman. Like, that was my first year. And then we started getting kids from like tryouts from like Staten Island and Jersey area, and like girls started going, and it was so cool because like you see the sport just growing as a whole, and the fact that it's going to be an Olympic sport in 2028.
That's fire.
And like you genuinely get to represent your country is so dope. Like I feel like people always underestimate flag and what it can do for a person. And I really think it genuinely did help me because like you're moving quick. Someone's blitzing you every single play in that moment. But I'm really grateful for what I've got from that, and it's a blessing to be a part of that.
Do you think any of that's kind of helped you with your like college, like looking into colleges? Do colleges come to that kind of stuff? Or not?
I mean, like not really. I wish it did. That'd be super cool.
I mean, I'm sure it's helped your running ability. Like,
yeah,
crazy,
of course.
Right?
But that's my point. Like I've been playing flag my whole life, and it's like you need to be like athletic or shifty to get past those guys. Like that's what I mean. It's a small field, and you got 5 guys. Like you need to be able to avoid them. But I think it's definitely helped. I really wish it did help with college, but no, not really. It just helped you. Like you meet great people.
Got you. And kind of bouncing off that, you don't need to spoil anything, but like, have you like
don't say too much?
Have you gotten closer to any decision when it comes to college or not?
Where is Jason Lajara going? No,
definitely, I definitely am like down to the wire on what I want to do. I'm not gonna say like too much, but there's definitely like a couple final decisions that need to be made, and then
no doubt.
Yeah, it'll definitely be made. It'll definitely be made soon though.
Did you ever like? Do you really want to stay home, or are you big on like I want to go experience other things in other states?
I think it's honestly, I would love to go out of state and go somewhere far. I mean, I love the fact that my parents like I don't even know if they ever missed a full like high school game for me, like on the varsity level.
Yeah.
I love the fact that like they can come watch me if I'm in state, and you know they're always great supporters of me. So that's definitely in the back of my mind.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I want to go wherever is going to give me the best opportunity, wherever I can play the fastest, like whatever is the best guys around me. That's where I want to go.
So yeah, this one is definitely a deep question for sure. I wanted to make sure I throw this in there, not even just for the people watching, but in terms of myself as somebody that believes in God and you as well. So I was gonna say what drives you every day to keep improving, but just in specific, what is like your faith play, not even just in football, but in your whole life? Because I'm sure it's a huge part in how you carry yourself and what you stand for, like as an athlete and as a person.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I was never really like, I always believed in God, and I wasn't too big into it until like when I got into high school around like freshman year was when I started like sorry.
No, you're good.
It was when like everyone goes through their own stuff in life, and like it's really hard for you to go out and tell someone that, you know what I mean? Like it's hard for you to go tell your parents how you're really feeling or your friends. And I feel like that's when I started to realize like I have him to go talk to.
Absolutely.
You know, that was really big for me, just like having my confidence as a person, knowing that nothing's like ever short for him. And it was really good because whenever like I wanted to pray about something, I would just go to him, and it was something great.
Yeah, I mean, faith is always good, man. Always remember that. But all right, so now I can't stop laughing because I'm looking at these questions at the end, yo. But all right, so every episode, I did this for PJ's episode as well, some Q&A. But I came up with the name going forward. So every single episode, we're gonna call it "Put You on the Spot." All right, now listen, I'm not trying to put you on the spot with all these questions, but like, you don't got
anything but college decision, bro.
Yeah, you don't got to answer all these. But all right, so you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Yo, I don't even know where to start, bro. There's mad questions, and it's gonna be hard not to laugh. But all right, let's start with this one. All right, so out of all your high school years, like hardest opponent you faced?
Come on.
My hardest opponent that I faced was Millville. Yeah, Millville.
Millville, really?
Yes.
Over at Winslow?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yes, Millville.
Okay. You want to go next, PJ?
Who talks the most on the team?
In a trash talking way?
Yeah, like who talks the most trash?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it's me.
I saw the mix of Trey. I feel like he talks a lot.
I was gonna
doesn't
say
he? Yeah.
it's me. You know what's crazy?
No, I feel like there was like a clip of him hitting his head with the helmet.
The biggest rivalry on the team is me and Trey.
Crash out.
The biggest rivalry on our team is me and Trey. We hate each other like outside, like not actually. Like, we'll just joke, but we'll always like we'll be in practice and like, yo, I'm going for you.
I know if I
like,
was a quarterback, I would not want to get hit by
yeah,
Trey.
no, never.
I hope he's not hitting you in practice. But that must hurt, man.
Nah, I would honestly say me or Trey.
All right, I got you. What's your favorite route to throw?
My favorite route to throw, either a comeback or just a deep post.
Deep post.
It's got to be the deep ball in the nose, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Don't even start, bro. All right.
If there's a game on the line, you want to run in for a touchdown or you want to throw it?
I want to run.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, yes. Because
no fake off, run to the outside.
I think it's like an adrenaline boost. Like when you're able to run in there and like finish through the line, you know what I mean? A lot of times, like I would run to the side and be like, QB run now, QB run.
Yeah.
And like Nas would always get mad. Like he didn't actually care because like we want to win, but he was like, yo, just give me the ball, let me run it. I'm like, nah, QB run.
Yeah.
What's your pre and post game meal like every Friday night or
Post game?
every game? Pre and post game.
So pre-game, it would be some like Chipotle or something like that, or like a fruit. But
Okay,
post-game, my friends noticed we would get Taco Bell every Friday.
Oh my gosh, they said that. Other athletes said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you guys just
Man, like, there would be parties and we would legit go like 4 or 5 of us just go to Taco Bell.
do the workers get mad and they see like 10 people just walking in?
Bro, I'm sure
I
they
don't
do,
even
bro.
know. I don't care. Like we just had a hard fought game. Our bodies hurt.
you earned it.
You go
You
home,
earned it
shower.
for
It's like,
sure,
yo,
yeah.
I'll meet you at Taco Bell.
Nah, but you guys got a post game victory.
All right, but also, like, what's your top 3 favorite gas station snacks?
Ooh, I like this.
You probably see this on TikTok all the time. Yeah.
Okay, so my
Best
first
one.
one is these weird like donut bites. It's like in the donut, like
Bro.
the donut cabinet right there. The donut cabinet.
Yeah, I heard people
Okay.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a pull apart donut. It's like a cinnamon cream
Is
cheese,
it, is this
pull
like
apart.
Wawa branded?
Yeah,
or-
yeah, no,
okay,
it's
okay,
really
word.
good. It's
Anything
really
Wawa
good.
is gonna slap.
Yeah, so I'd say that. I would say Nerd Gummies.
That's a popular one.
I messed those. And
I got
purple
them over
Doritos.
there.
Purple Doritos.
What drink are you getting with all those?
A vitamin water.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with
Vitamin
the
water,
yellow
okay.
That's
or
a rare
the
pull for sure.
blue raspberry
You're
lemonade
taking that
vitamin
over
water.
Gatorade?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
of course,
wow,
yeah.
okay.
You ever tried their smoothies? That's my favorite.
Well,
Yeah.
Wawa smoothies,
Oh,
absolutely,
actually,
bro.
that's if I go on a Wawa and I'm getting a single stack, it's a smoothie.
I was about to say, yeah, that's
I get
fine.
the strawberry banana smoothie with like an immunity pump in there. Like, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got
That's
to.
good stuff.
This one, listen, I've asked people this a lot. This one's crazy, but who on the team would you not let date your daughter and why?
That's a good one. I would say he's gonna be mad I said this, but I would say Jack Murata.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I would say.
You gotta explain why. You gotta
Just,
explain
I,
why.
I don't even know. Like, that's like my boy. Like, we're like close.
Nah,
but
that's all love, man.
I would say Jack. He's not dating my daughter. That's all I know.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Well, you don't think he's gonna treat your daughter right?
I mean, I don't know. I would just go with Jack. That's all I know.
Yo, come on.
If you need one teammate to lie for you, what team are you picking? Like if you need to get out of a sticky situation with your parents or something, and you need a teammate to lie for you,
Yeah.
who's lying the
I'm gonna
best?
say. I might go with Jack again. I would say Sean Fowler.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my boy. I would say Sean Fowler.
he keeps his cool in a situation like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He
I
seems
would-
like a funny kid.
yeah.
I'd be worried that kid would start laughing.
We always whenever like we're in public, like we always make so much jokes together, and like I think that he would know how to keep it cool with me.
Who do you think would mess up and get you in trouble?
Jackson Pacheco.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
kid's funny.
he's
That
like
kid's real funny.
Yeah, I would say Jackson Pacheco.
So this one's kind of like a, I guess, get you thinking type of one. But if you were stranded with 4 teammates and had to figure out how to get home, or I guess like be safe or whatever, which 4 are you bringing?
Okay, I'm gonna go with Mike Pappas. He's like he reminds like a lumberjack. Like he's like one of those
Yeah,
guys like
big boy.
because he goes hunting and stuff like that. So he likes that.
Oh word.
I'm gonna go with Trey.
He can protect you.
Yeah, nobody's getting past us.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go
You
Trey,
can probably one-on-one
Pappas.
any animal.
I'd say Casey Pierce
Oh word.
That's a
Okay.
boy, yeah, that's a
yeah.
boy. and probably Nas, just cause like he can do like random stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know
Yeah.
why. Just something like that, like Nas.
Is there any specific moment in like the 2 or even 4 years of high school, like where like your whole team couldn't stop laughing? Like what's the
Ooh.
funniest team moment, whether it's during a practice or in a game?
Like, where you like had to stop laughing to lock in?
I don't even know. I would have to like
I feel
truly.
like everyone on your team's so funny. There's
Yeah,
probably
there's
moments like
just
these.
so
There's
many
probably moments like
moments.
these every day.
It's just so many moments like
Yeah.
what
Tweet
just happened.
party,
You know what
no.
I mean? I feel like we gotta come back on that. I gotta think
Alright,
about that one.
yeah,
That
we're-
one,
We'll come
because
back
like
on
you
it.
said, there's so many like memories and like things that pop up my brain. Like I can't even think about one.
So as a quarterback, you probably don't. I mean, maybe you do care about drip like that, but like, who would you say has like the worst drip on the team? I have to ask
That's
you, bro.
messed up. I don't
Nah,
know.
you don't gotta answer if you don't want to, but
Actually, I'm gonna say
or like,
I feel like you guys are like kind of a simple team. Like,
yeah,
not-
like,
Yeah,
no
we
kid
don't-
wears-
we don't
exactly,
do
I was literally
nothing
about to
like-
say that,
No
bro.
kid
I was gonna
wears anything
say
that
we don't
crazy
we
for
don't
real.
really do nothing crazy.
Besides the Nazir red mouthpiece, that's it.
Yeah, I honestly I would say like no comment. I don't even know.
Nah, you're good. You don't get
Because
yeah,
it's like, you know what I mean?
ooh, actually, nah.
You want me to ask?
Nah, you're good. You're good.
Who would you say is the funniest teammate?
Who is the funniest teammate?
Yeah.
Like the one that just gets y'all laughing,
Yeah.
turn up.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm pretty funny sometimes, but I also get on
You
people's
can say
nerves a
yourself?
lot. Like I make people mad a lot because I like to like rage bait or something.
Oh,
I would say I'm up there,
no.
but I would also say like Sean too. He's
That
pretty
kid's
funny.
funny. That
Yeah.
kid's really
or
funny.
Casey. We like to make fun of Casey, so he's like funny sometimes.
Yeah, when I saw at the basketball game, the brick versus brick, they all had the ESPN stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff was funny. Like Trey
Yeah.
and Sean and all them. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you have a close relationship with your coach, and I don't know, maybe you have done this before, but like, so let's say end of the game, right? He calls a play, and you in your head you're like, like I don't know if this is
changed it?
If this is are you keeping it or are you changing it up?
I've changed it before, for sure.
Oh, you have? And he's cool.
As long as I've done it. So I've done it once.
If it goes wrong, he's probably
If it goes wrong.
right?
Like I
Come on,
said, so Homedale is literally the perfect example because Homedale, there was not supposed to be a goal out of Nas, and it was supposed to be a run. And like I remember on the side, I was like, "Did you really just throw that?" I was like, "Yeah, look what happened." And after the game, like in the interview, he was like, "I have no clue why you threw that. Like it was supposed to be a run." But I've definitely done it like a couple of times, and sometimes he does get mad. He's like, "You can't go rogue in this." Like we're watching the film, he's like, "Dude, what are you doing? Let me do my job." Like he'll always say that.
All right, I think I know the answer to this one, but would you rather have a bad game and win or a great game and lose?
Ooh,
It's regular
what you
season
thinking, bro? Nah,
It's a good question. We'll say regular season. Yeah, let's say regular season.
I feel like
This is really big.
actually no. We'll say this. We'll say like regular season, but like game of the year type.
Yeah, like the Homedale game. The Homedale game.
Yeah, like or
Tons or something like that. Say you have 6 touchdowns. Either you have 6 touchdowns and you lose,
Or like
you
by
have
like a field goal.
2 or 3 and you win.
I'm gonna go with 2 or 3 and win.
That's what I was thinking you would
Yeah,
say.
no, because like literally a perfect example is Southern.
or like
Southern, I had 3 touchdowns, and like I had good yards, but
Yeah.
like I feel like as a team we should have scored more, and I didn't do that good my reads. But that was a great game. They were undefeated at the time.
would your answer change if you only had like 1 touchdown or like 1 touchdown, 2 picks? Like, would your answer change? And you still won the
Honestly,
game, but like it was like
do you leave a game like pissed off?
Oh.
Say you have like 2 picks and you still win, or do you leave
Of
that
course,
game pissed off?
Yeah, of course, because I think we could have done way better if I didn't have those 2 picks. Is what I'm getting at.
Like it should have been a killing.
It's a personal performance for me. Obviously, like I would still pick the win because I want my team to win. That means if I didn't do good and when we won, that means someone else had a really good game. And I feel like we've had that. Like we've had a time where like Nas had a really good game. You know what I mean? Like Whitaker against what was our second round of playoffs?
Oh, was it Seneca? Maybe or something
No,
like
like
that.
Raritan or Steiner. Yes,
Steiner. I was at that
Nas
game.
had a great game.
He had like
game.
92.
You know
I
what
was
I
at
mean?
the first
Yeah.
one. I was at the first one.
He had a great game.
He
but,
had like a 92
I
yard
didn't do
touchdown.
nothing
First play of the game.
But I don't need to. Like if this is what's gonna happen and we're gonna let it meet, then go ahead. I don't care. Like as long as we're winning, you know what I mean?
You were like coughing like crazy that
Oh
game,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I can
remember
barely
that.
breathe.
Yeah.
So I'm actually happy he had a good game.
So I just have off topic 2 short questions. So one, against Mid-North, like how the hell did you feel when you did that that 50-yard touchdown, like juking everybody out? And then like also I saw you on the sideline. Obviously I know this helps for cramps, like mustard or whatever, but like what happens if you don't like mustard
I hate mustard.
and you still do it?
Oh, I had to. The run was I'm running this ball either way. That was literally what it was.
It was like end of the half, right?
Yeah, it was literally to go into that was me. That's personally my best play of my career because the
was
stage that it's at, the run that it was.
I got that on video too.
Yeah, it was so sick because like it's the same thing. It's like nobody's expecting me to run there, and like I just remember my coach like putting their hands up. Like if you watch the film, my coach would put their hands like, "What is this kid doing?" And I remember looking at the clock. I had a chance to go down, but then it's so funny because if you watched it, that last play, I like ducked under, and this big kid like went over me, and I did not mean to do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Like I just went to go shrug the kid off. Like I was just cutting, and I was at a low point when I was cutting, but it was just such a big play. And then what was the second one? Oh, the mustard. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I wish if I could erase one thing, it'd be mustard. I hate mustard.
There's
But-
no other thing that helps. Like,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Is that like
it's like
is that the
Gatorade and
best
stuff,
thing?
but if you look it up, it's like you either have to eat mustard packets or drink pickle juice. And I was drinking pickle juice. I drink it before the game and at halftime. But like you said,
Cramping,
the week
was that big of
before,
an issue? Like, would you run into an issue like that every game, or was that
Oh,
like
so
only
much.
the
Last year
games
was-
where you had to score a lot?
last year was worse. But it's like you said, I was sick. So
Okay, yeah,
my
that makes
body
sense.
was so
Dehydrated. right?
dehydrated and like weak.
Yeah.
And that was a big running game for me. So my body was taking like big hits and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I got cracked and one of that game for a first down, I got rocked. Like I got up and was like, damn, that hurt, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I wish that I didn't ever cramp because having mustard, like it was like sour and spicy, and I drink a little bit, and
And
I
it was
go out-
cold, right?
Yeah, I go into the huddle, and then it's like still my mouth, and like the mouthpiece is in. It was so nasty.
This one I actually want to ask. Like, this is a new one I thought of. But like, let's say you're on offense, right, and you're building an offense, right? Let's go like, Who besides the O line, all over the short conference? Who are you picking for your receivers, running back?
My quarterback stuff?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm going to stay at quarterback.
There's a lot of options at receiver, man.
Nice.
I'm going to go with, obviously, Nas. Can I do like a backup in there? Like one backup?
Do one backup for each position.
All right, cool. So I'm going to go Nas, my Y. And then I'm going to go with Zabora at my X on the opposite side.
RBC, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Zabora,
okay,
RBC. So that's my two
bet.
outside guys.
He's tough.
And my slot, I'm going to keep Sean there because I believe in him. I'm going to keep Sean on my slot.
Kid never drops the ball.
Yeah, that's Mr. Consistent right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Consistent.
Behind Nas, I'm going to go with the kid from Mid-South.
Okay, Logan?
Yes, I think he's like 6'4" or something like
I
that,
think
right?
it might be Logan Burbank maybe or something like that. Something like that.
Yeah,
Might
I'm going to go
be.
him.
Is he?
He had a good year.
You said Mid South?
Yes.
Is he tall?
Yeah.
Number one?
Yeah, like 6'4".
Yeah,
something
it's
like
probably
that.
number one.
Yeah.
It's probably the dude that has like the.
It's Logan Burbank.
Yes,
I don't know
yeah.
his name.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
He had a
He has
good
like
year.
the eye black here and then above his eye.
Yeah, he had a good year.
He's tough.
I'll go with him. I'm going to go with the slot from
Besides Sean?
Southern.
Okay.
I forgot his name.
I didn't catch much of them this year. Yeah.
He's fast, dude.
Southern.
We played him, and I was just supposed to go to the fields like last week. I kind of forgot his name, but the slot from Southern is really, really fast.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with Nas, my running back, and Gabe behind him, Kemp.
Okay, I was about to say, don't leave Gabe Kemp out.
Nah, he got to be in it for sure. He a dog. I'm not going to lie. That guy, he's nice.
All right.
Especially for him to be a freshman, he's nice. I honestly don't know like too many wideouts.
Is there
that's
any
fine.
tight end you're a big fan of?
Oh, yeah.
Sure
Like,
or
yeah,
no?
like tight end, yeah.
I really like.
I feel like
I'd say-
not a lot of teams really utilize their tight ends like that. Yeah.
I would say I put Madden in there, Jason Madden from Donovan. He's
Okay.
a tight end and a DN. That's my boy. So I put him in there behind like Trey or something. I gotta have my guys in there. Like I feel like they did so good.
Yeah, that's something we also have with the question. Would you rather have guys that you're loyal to and you've like known for a while, or would you rather have the talent?
In that aspect,
Yeah,
I
like
would
if
keep
you're
my
building
guys.
a team, you'd rather be with
Yeah,
the guys
I'll
you
keep
grew
my
up
guys.
with and you always play
Yeah,
with.
because
Yeah,
the chemistry.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I don't know. I really don't know any like too many wideouts. Like I feel like I would have to see like a list in a way.
yeah.
Like I know Johnny Williams from RBC is pretty good too. The
Frankie's brother, yeah.
the sophomore from Homedale was really good this year.
Oh, or Anthony Strini.
Yeah, he was really
Totally,
good. I know Southern had that Ace and Mister. Like I'm just not too familiar with the teams. Like honestly, like whoever
no
we
doubt.
play, like I'm not worried about them. I'm mostly worried about our matchups. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the defense. You're not really.
Yeah,
worried with
yeah,
offense.
yeah.
You guys
For
think
sure.
like that team that you just named, like if you were facing like a really good private school, like you'd be able to like steamroll them, or like it'd be like
You
competitive?
think like compete? I think we can compete. I think I would recruit some linemen for it.
Oh, yo, I got a crazy question though. This is a crazy. Wait, did you finish your answer? Or no?
Yeah.
All right, yo, this is actually I just thought about this. I don't know why the hell I didn't write this down. All right, so basically, right, Short Savages a few months ago, or I don't know, short after the football season, they put out a story or a post saying, "How would Brick Memorial versus Red Bank Catholic go?" And honestly, bro,
That'd be a good game.
bro, I
That'd be
want to
good.
see that so badly,
Man,
bro. Obviously, it can't happen, but like,
Listen, I wish that game happened.
because why didn't it happen?
See, this is what I was told, and I'm pretty positive it's true because we were like, there's a deadline for those games.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And the state championship is already in line. That game is already set. No matter what, someone's got to play in the state championship games. But the playoff games, it's like you don't have anything after that. And I'm pretty positive the deadline was right after we played. You know what I mean? Before winter sports started, because winter sports started the next Monday. We were the 27th, something like that, or the 20
man, that's wild.
something. And winter sports started like I lost on a Saturday, and I went to basketball tryouts on a Monday.
Bro.
So you couldn't schedule a game because winter tryouts started the next week.
Do you think if you guys did end up playing, would that be a high scoring or low scoring game?
I think mids. Like I think honestly, because I talked to their coaches before, like Coach Smitty, Coach Clark, that's my guys, Coach Matt. Like I'm coach all of them.
Yeah.
And I talked to them at like training lessons, and I think we would win. I said like 28-14, or I said like 35, like 28. Like I think it'd be a close game, but I think we win personally.
I think I'd back you guys just more off of chemistry because
Yes.
it's like you guys are just boys. Like I feel like
They're-
some of those guys, like
Yeah.
they're not even like hanging out.
They're
after
really good
games,
athletes.
you know.
They're really good athletes,
Yeah.
but I feel like the same thing with Winslow's. Like their athletes they're not better than Winslow's athletes in my opinion. Like Winslow got obviously
wow,
the
really?
best athlete score in the. I don't think RBC athlete core is better than Winslow's from last year. Like their D line all have offers, their corners and wideouts all have offers.
Yeah.
But I think we were able to move the ball because obviously our linemen did really good. And their D line at RBC is very good. But our RPO game is so strong because it's like you have to pick one. And I don't think man to man anyone can guard Shore. I think they might make plays, but in the end, like we're gonna come out with a better outcome.
Yeah, a deep ball is gonna like drop in someone's hands eventually for sure.
But I think I've said this. Like I don't think we're gonna blow them out. Like they're a good team, and I give credit where credit's due. Like I just think we would come out on top. Like I'm gonna have confidence in my team, and I think they would say the same. Yeah. I mean, they went all over posting it like, "Oh, Brick and Mortar was not even a good team." Like,
yeah, they went
blah
crazy.
Blah blah, and they were like, "Oh, they suck." I'm like, you guys, they're just mad because they weren't first. But if they were first, it's like, yeah, we're first. But Brick Mortar is a pretty good team. You know what I mean? Like it's just they were salty they weren't first.
100%.
I think just like how you kind of said 35-28, I think it would be like kind of like a shootout because, I mean, both of you guys are great quarterbacks. And like I just don't see how like the defense could stop that like for both of your offense. But yeah, like how did you feel when it was like Brick Memorial first, RBC second? You were like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be like that. Or like,
yeah.
Because there was a lot of criticism.
Of course. So I think it was great rankings because not even the fact that we were first. I think it was just like everything under it. And I think that they went undefeated, but I think it's so hard because they're like, oh, we were undefeated, and they were like, we got smoked at Rumson. But like, I didn't play against Rumson. And
that's true,
Trey
bro.
got hurt the second drive of Rumson. No, sorry. The first or second drive. Yeah, second drive of Rumson. So he didn't even play that whole game either. So like, you don't have me on offense, and you don't have Trey Talmadge on offense or defense. You know what I mean? Like, that's you have a third string quarterback in. And that's his first ever varsity game, like fully playing against Rumson, which is a very good, talented team. And it's like, oh, you can't use it as a factor because, like, oh, what about when you're winning, you have them, and what about you're losing? Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, that's what I really think it is. Like, if I play, I think we beat Rumson by a good amount. And that's just my opinion because Trey doesn't have to worry about being on offense, and he's not hurt. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think we're, like, flourishing at our highest level. And like I said, like they played really good teams. I think so did we. But I think it was good rankings because of how we played when we were all healthy. Yeah. Like we shut out like 3 games in a row until we reached that certain point. And like we were never honestly getting scored on until our varsity guys all got taken out. Like we would get taken out in the third. Like Marlboro, the first round of playoffs, I played a quarter and a half. And we beat them by like 50.
That's
you know what
unreal,
I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it was good rankings. Like I think we deserve what we got. I think we worked really hard for it, and I mean, you know what I mean? I think that's what it is.
My last thought right before we finish, but like, would you rather play at Brick or at RBC?
Neither.
You want to play at neutral
yes.
side.
Rutgers, bro. Played at
because
Rutgers.
What was
really?
What they were saying.
I thought you'd want to play like RBC or something.
No. What they were saying is, let's go play at RBC. Let's go play at Monmouth. Because Monmouth got a huge stand.
That would be nasty,
like I
bro.
remember texting it like the Shore Savages. Like, I was like, they were gonna call like Battle of like the Shore, like King of the Shore, like something cool.
Yo, that's nasty.
It would literally
bro.
be like it's like the number 1 team of Shore. Like if you win, if you lose in a bad game, that's on you. Like this is when to go home for the number 1 team of Shore,
bro.
And like think about how many people would have popped out for that game.
That game should have happened, bro.
It's legit the Shore Savage Championships.
Damn, bro.
And like you could have done like a week later on a Sunday or like a Saturday night. Because then so many people would have came. Like you would have had a big stands, the lights are there, you have the scoreboard. It would have been. I think it would have been so dope. Like truly.
Yeah, that would have been electric.
You got any you wanted to ask her?
I actually like this one that we got on the bottom here. We didn't go through. So like we mentioned Steinmetz. I'm really good friends with his son Joven that went to Point Borough. Outside of like him and any other teachers, did they treat you differently based on like your performances in football or anything like that?
So like when I had a bad game, you're saying, or just
like did they like glaze you? Did they glaze you? Is what we're asking.
No, yeah, I'm sure. We know the answer. Probably yeah.
I mean, like, can I get your autograph? No,
but I think it's also like there's both sides to it. Like they would also be harder on me because I'm an athlete. Like
okay, yeah.
I mean, obviously, I feel like no matter where you are, like if you're an athlete, like sometimes you'll get away with little stuff because like you're an athlete. Yeah. And Steinmetz is a sports dad, but Steinmetz will always put you in your place. Like if you're gonna do too much, like he's gonna put you in your place. You know what I mean? Yeah, and everyone likes Steinmetz because he's a good teacher. Like he treats everyone well and stuff like that. But I've known Steinmetz like since freshman and sophomore year before I was even playing varsity. Yeah. So and he was always like a person that would like boost my energy up or boost like my ego just as a person trying to help me out because like I'm like, oh, I'm just sitting out playing, and he's like, don't worry, like your time is coming.
Like,
so
based off of that, did you like get any other good advice from teachers like
Yeah.
as the 4 years went on?
Yeah, of course. I mean, sometimes like it's so random because it's like it's a teacher I don't even talk to, but like sometimes I wouldn't even know. Those like teachers that have played high school, like Mr. Cintron is a great example. Sometimes I'll randomly see him in the hallway and we'll talk, and it's like a great conversation because he used to play and coach. You know what I mean? But so it's like I definitely gotten great advice over the years, and it's like in the moments that you don't expect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have more here, but let's not have some of these because it's just wild. I mean, I could if you really want to know, but
I mean, you could shoot one. I'm
because
cool.
I had some like related to like but just messing around like in terms of girls and stuff. But I'm not gonna go there unless if like because I was gonna put like one of them was you giving dating advice to a teammate or that asked you, or are you staying out of it? But I don't know if
I mean, wait, say that again.
It's like, would you like give advice to a teammate, like dating advice if they ask you, or like you're like, nah, like I don't really know.
No, I'm gonna help them out.
Oh, you gonna help them out?
Yeah.
You can be W man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, mostly if it's like my guys, like, yo, this is what we gonna do. We gonna say this all out in order, and we gonna get this right. But if it's like a random teammate, like if you're really gonna ask me, like if you're gonna come to ask me, I would never say no. Like I'm gonna help you out.
Oh, nah,
unless it's like you're putting yourself in that situation. It's like, yo, just get away from me. You know what I mean?
But what about if they're like, oh, like help me out, like in terms of like this person for you? You'd be like, oh hell no.
Like, wait.
Like if they had like a friend, like, oh yeah, can you help me out? But like I have this person for you, like.
Oh, so it's like a twos?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't take one for the team.
In that case, you're like, hell no.
Nah.
See, like that's exactly why. But all right. So before the outro, I just explained in the beginning of the episode like our podcast name and the meaning behind it. And I told you this before we start. So at the end of each episode, obviously we're gonna have the guests look in the camera and say just some words of wisdom, bro. Some advice out there, whatever you feel like is in your heart. And I'm honestly curious to hear what you have to say. So no pressure though. But
I would definitely say I feel like it's very repetitive, but I would always just say always keep chasing your dreams. I think that a lot of stuff like milestones are gonna come your way, but the biggest thing is just how you take those and how you use them in the future, how you use them as motivation, and just keep always doing you. Stay to yourself. Stay low if you need to. Keep pushing yourself because you're really all that you have. Try to stay in the right mindset and always keep yourself happy, and stay close to the people around you because those are the people that really matter. If someone wants to be there for you and wants to be close to you, they're not going to run away. And just stay true to yourself.
Listen,
good stuff right
that's
there.
respectable, bro.
That's good stuff.
I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's gonna do it, man. This is the second episode of me and PJ with obviously Jason. I appreciate you for coming out. I definitely wanted to have you on because obviously we asked you a bunch of things, and definitely appreciate you, bro. Seriously, thank you for doing this. And as far as the podcast, just big things coming. Stay tuned. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of things planned. I'm sure PJ knows, but yeah, make sure if you haven't followed us on all of our platforms. I'm trying to post more on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but it's just kind of complicated. But yeah, I'm trying to post more on there, and obviously, please subscribe if you haven't already. But that's pretty much gonna do it, yo. Appreciate you, and yeah, that's gonna do it, yo.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
Thank you guys for having me.
Got you, bro.